my name is Rosie and today we are going to be doing an ankle mobility workout. So, many of you watching this video may suffer from swollen ankles, stiff ankles, and this may be because you don't walk very often. It may be because you suffer with illnesses such as gait or swollen ankles. And I think it's really important to introduce you to ways to reduce that stiffness, reduce that pain, and also get the blood flowing in those areas, especially if you don't use them very often. So we're going to start by warming the ankles up just by slowly lifting the ankles. Now it's important to say here that it's vital that you're sitting on a chair that you're comfortable in, but that can also support correct posture. So as you can see, I can sit upright, my knees aren't too high up and they're not too low down. If you're in a high chair, you might be reaching down for your feet to touch the ground. And if you're too low, your knees might be too high up to do the exercises effectively. So try and get a seat that you have a right angle position with your legs, okay? So that's the height that you should be going for. If not, don't worry, just do your best. So lifting the ankles up, keep moving. Just warming those ankles. Good. Okay, our next stretch is by putting our heel onto the floor, we're going to point our toes and flex. Point and flex. Okay, so we're going to do one ankle at a time, pointing and flexing. Good, just opening up the ankle and closing it down. Good. You might only have very limited movement in this. That's absolutely fine. Just do your best, keep it going and keep it moving. Okay, we are now going to swap our ankles, same on the other side. Pointing and flexing, pointing and flexing. Good. So that leg can be straight out in front of us, point and flex. Lovely job. Okay, back to our other ankle, the one we started on first, and we're now going to do some ankle rotations. Now this is a really popular one. I really like the feeling of rotating my ankle like this, just getting some movement that doesn't happen very often, and going around in the other direction. One direction always seems to be a little bit difficult, a little bit more difficult than the other. That's absolutely fine. And change direction. Just pointing and flexing and curving it round in a circular motion. Good. And then the other direction. Pointing and flexing. You might only be able to get really tiny movement, that might be it. Do your best. Keep doing what you can do. Some movement is better than no movement. Okay, swapping over to the other ankle, rotating that foot. Remember to breathe in and out, and then swap to the other side. Good job. Moving that ankle around, click, 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 click. And changing direction. Good. The muscles will be being used, so you might feel, oh, that's a little bit exhausting for that ankle. If you need to rest, please feel free to rest it. And going round again. Nice. And round. Okay. We're just going to sit back onto our chair, hands back, and point and flex at the same time. Okay? So just pointing and flexing. Good. Breathing in, breathing out. And then rest it there. Okay, back to the beginning. We're going to lift our heels up off the floor and back down. Lifting them up and back down. Good. You're doing a really good job. Keep breathing. Press the heels down, lift them up. Remember to keep an upright posture. That's also going to help with the movement, and it's also going to help you strengthen your spine and improve one and then the other. Just pause the video and take it in turns. Lovely. Okay, so extending our right or left leg out, just one at a time. We're going to rotate it side to side. So it's like a waving motion with your foot. You're waving to the ground, side to side. So you're inverting the foot and relaxing it. Good. So invert and push to the side. You're just going to keep doing that for 5 more seconds, and then we're going to swap legs and do the same on the other side. Okay, onto the other side. In and out. Good. So you can see my left ankle is not as smooth as my right. I have bad ankles myself, and it's a really great way to get a more efficient movement going, smoothing out those muscle movements and muscle patterns, and stretch it out. Good. Okay. Deep breath in, deep breath out. 5 more seconds. And rest in there. Deep breath in and relax those shoulders. Okay, so for our next aspect, now that our ankles are a bit more warm, we're going to incorporate further up the leg by pointing the toes forward and back. Okay, forward and then bring your ankle back. Point and back. Doing really well. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Point the toe, tap it like a ballerina, and then bring it back to its original position. We're going to repeat this for about 10 more seconds. Remember to breathe. And then we are just going to rest our feet onto the ground and rest. Good. Okay. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Oxygen is really going to help get those ankles moving, get those ankles warm, and it improve the blood flow around this joint, okay? So, our next one, we're coming to the end of our ankle stretches. We're going to bring our toes up to the ceiling and crunch them underneath our feet. Bring them up, crunch them under. Okay, so you can see that my foot remains flat, but my toes are doing most of the movement. Foot remains flat and they crunch under. Lifting it up, crunching under. So most of the weight is on my heel. Trying to keep the base of my foot as close to the ground as possible. Lifting those toes up, crunching them under. Good. Doing really well. Remember to keep sitting upright as much as possible. Good. And once you're confident with that, keep your head right up rather than looking down, because that downward face also encourages a hunched back. Good. And rest it there. Okay, for our last one, we're just going to stretch the back of the heel out. I want you to push your knee over your toes, okay? So usually our knee would be in line with our ankle. This time we're bringing our ankle back towards your body, pushing your knee forward and keeping the heel on the floor, okay? So you might feel that around the front depending on the limited mobility, or you might feel that through the back of the heel. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Push that heel down into the ground, bring the knee over the leg, okay? So that's what it looks like. And swapping sides. Good. Pushing that knee heel down into the floor, pushing the knee over the toes, and then swap over to the other side. Good. You can lean forward a little bit for this one to help with that power through the floor. Okay, last one. Heel down and slowly coming up. Okay, well I hope you enjoyed that ankle mobility session. It's a really great way to start the day. If your ankles are feeling particularly stiff, then just jump into this session, repeat those exercises, and hopefully they've loosened them up a little bit. But it may take a little bit longer time, so take that in consideration depending on the stiffness of the ankle. I hope you've enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe and remember to hit the little bell button so that you get notified as to when I am posting more videos to help you better your health and improve the movement of your body. Have a great day.